Good evening, lacrosse fans. Welcome to the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. Tonight is Game 2 of the Canadian National Junior A Championships of the Minto Cup. Last night, the Coquitlam Adanacs win 9-7 over the Six Nations Arrows. Chris, you were here last night. What did you see and what can we expect tonight?
Well, Coquitlam is a very athletic team. They play real well. They run the ball real well. Both ends of the floor, they play real fast, and their goaltending is real good. And for Six Nations to beat a team like Coquitlam, they need to match that.
So looking at the starting lineups tonight, not a lot of changes. Starting goaltenders remain the same. It looks like both teams are happy with the rosters they had last night, give or take a couple players, but it looks like both teams are coming back with the same group of guys.
Yeah, I would think that both coaching staffs would be happy with the way their team played. I know Six Nations a little bit. They might have come out a little bit flat, and Coquitlam jumped on them. And for Coquitlam to jump on Six Nations is a big positive for them, and that's what they need to do to win this series. And Six Nations is just a team that they'll continue to battle, and they'll continue to work hard, and they'll keep coming at them.
So the teams are set, the fans are set, the stadium's packed. We're going to throw it to a break. We'll be right back with Game 2 of the Minto Cup. Tonight's starting goaltenders, starting with the Coquitlam Adanacs, number 35, Christian Del Bianco. Del Bianco started last night, saw all 60 minutes, saw 47 shots, made 40 saves. Starting in net for the Six Nations Arrows, number 30, Doug Jamieson. Jamieson as well played the entire game last night. He saw 40 shots, 31 saves. Sounds like it was a goaltender's duel last night. Adanacs with the ball, looking for it. Shot, nice stop by Jamieson. Picked up by Kajula. Back over to the left-hand side. Quick shot. Looked like a stop, but referee Gardonio says nope. There it is. Beautiful stop. McIntyre on the left side with the ball, waiting for the line change to finish. Finds his man out front, and there's the first goal of the game, and that's Kluche.
You know what? Chris Kluche was pretty quiet last night. He only got one goal and a couple assists. And you know what? Defensively, Six Nations did a real good job on Kluche last night. When Kluche got open and got his arms open, he could shoot the ball with the best of them. And you know
We're
what?
going to have another look here, Chris. You can see Kluche. He's manned up in front. He just calls for it. He gets it. Just a quick spin and turn. Jamieson doesn't have a chance.
Yeah.
Jamieson with the ball is going to break it out. Arrows need to answer here on this possession. They don't want to let the Adanacs go up 2-0. They were up by 4 goals last night, and it sounds like it was a little bit too much to come back from. Ball's up top. Shot, and there it is. The equalizer. James Ray makes it 1-1 for the Arrows. Chris, just what the doctor ordered. 71-8-88.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? Ray, it was just a great pick and roll that Ray and the other offensive player for Six Nations. And Ray just came off the top, came around the bottom and just off the top, and it was just another great shot. Another great shot on Del Bianco.
Yeah, it looks like Del Bianco on the stick.
And to knock him down to the turf takes a lot of power.
There it is. Just like that, the Arrows have the lead.
You know what? That was just a hard-working goal there. That was John that scored that goal from Six Nations. He just basically powered his way in, shot around the screen, and put it in the net.
Looks like the Arrows caught the Adanacs on a bit of a transition there, bit of a slow line. They've got their smaller, quicker players on the floor, going to try and kill this penalty off. Schaefer back to McIntyre. Adanacs running a good man short on offense. Just trying to keep the ball moving, not leaving it up to one guy to kill the penalty. Kluche with the ball. He scores! Short-handed, Chris Kluche.
You know what? Chris Kluche is a power forward, and he just showed how powerful he was there. He was very patient, and he took his opportunity and drove straight to the net and put the ball in the net. And that was something that they did last night very, very well too. They got to the net. Yeah, I think they got a couple short-handed goals last night.
Kluche is just one of those strong power forwards who's got a bit of weight behind him, and he's able just to muscle through two guys. Jamieson doesn't have a chance when he gets in that close. Arrows with the ball. 10 to go on the shot clock. Bomberry shot up top, goes wide. Bomberry gets it back. Two. Quick shot. Resets as Gardonio. Arrows ball. Down low. Back up top to Stack. He finds Durston. Gonna try the pick and roll. Durston. Quick. Oh, we have a penalty coming up against the Arrows. Durston. I think Andy Watson's going to call a trip on this one. Taking a look at a replay from a little while ago. Here's Six Nations. Stat finds Durston. This is that slide, Chris, that we talked about. The defense of the Adanacs really taking its toll on the Arrows early.
That was great help from the other side there defensively.
Last night on the power play, anything from the Adanacs that we should be watching for?
You know what?
Tonight?
They just move the ball real well. They find open holes, and they shoot the ball real well. They don't take unselfish shots. They just pick their shots and they take them. And you know what? They've hit 3 or 4 posts already this game.
Yeah, something's Pace just hit down a rung off the post there from the top. Pace back up top with the ball. He's got Kluche. He's got Schaefer on the near side. Pace. Finds Kluche. Kluche's already got 2. Shot. And there it is. Kluche with the shot. It's blocked. Picked up by the Adanacs. On the power play. That's Campbell. It's 3-2 Adanacs with 6:42 left to go in the first period.
17-2.
That was just a great patient power play. Kluche in the middle. He doesn't force the shot. He takes some steps back, and it goes off Six Nations Arrows' foot right into the lefty of Coquitlam, and he put it in from players.
Absolutely, and you know what? This helps when you have a talented player like Kluche going to a team that they've meshed well. Big save there by Del Bianco.
If Coquitlam can score here, this could be a timely goal for them.
It's a momentum changer for either team, really. If the Arrows can kill this off going into the period, intermission, only down by 1. Kluche up top. He takes the shot. Saved by Jamieson. Arrows bring it out. Big check by Kluche. Arrows bench looking for a call. Kluche tries to go over top again. Jamieson way too big for that. So, Chris, here we are looking at the first period stats from last night, from Game 1. Again, we're looking at Jamieson in net. He saw all 60 minutes. Stats, 2 goals, 2 assists. Durston, 1 goal, 1 assist for the Arrows. On the other side, Schaefer, 3 goals, 2 assists. Shetner, 1 goal, 3 assists. McIntyre, 1 goal, 2 assists. Pace on the way down. Pretty much balanced both sides when you look at it. No one's really forging ahead as the dominant player, but tonight we're seeing Kluche take the helm and involved in all 3 goals by the Adanacs tonight. On the power play, the man short, now all even. Adanacs able to kill that one off, so neither team able to get a goal on the man advantage the last time out. Adanacs with the ball, 30-second clock running now, down to 15, shot, and goal by Pace.
You know what? Very similar goal to the one he got last night, and very similar to a lot of goals that were scored last night. They just picked the spot halfway up the net, and it was just a real good outside overhand shot, and those seem to be beating Jamieson.
Arrows with the ball. They back it up and regroup. Bringing it up the near side. This is Bomberry. Brendan Bomberry. Over to Lee. Lee to the bench. Quick shot. Lee with a goal. Beautiful. Highlight reel diving goal by Lee. And Gardonio has a roughing call during the celebration on Six Nations. He says, I've been around too long. I'm not going to miss those.
Yeah, you know what? You're in a scrum and you're around your team after scoring a goal and you take a punch at somebody's chin. You know what? That's something that you don't have to do.
Here we see the goal here. It's a bit of a scrum. Quick shot there. Lee takes it and he catches Del Bianco out of position. Beautiful goal. Overshadowed by the penalty to the Arrows, but they're back within 1. 4-3, 4 to the Adanacs. Pace. He's got Kluche. Kluche's going to draw his man out. He's got McIntyre. McIntyre back to Kluche. Kluche's going to go short side, just misses. Stays in, pace with the ball. He's got under 10. Another penalty coming here to the Arrows. This could be big, Chris. Campbell with the ball. The extra attacker back at center. That's Rogers. 4-on-3, down low. Adnax with the ball. Campbell dishes off. Shot off the roof. Not caught by the officials. Picked up by Kluche. Quick shot. Saved by Jameson. Fans saw it. We saw it. Refs didn't see it, and that's what matters. Campbell's got the ball to Ribka. McIntyre showing his speed. He's got to go off. McIntyre down the far side. It just looked like he blew past his defenders, which is hard to imagine given his size, but he does, and squeaks it by Jameson. 5-3 Adnax.
You know what? McIntyre is a big body there, and he just drove the net. He's been trying to do that throughout the course of the last couple of games, and he's really not had much luck there. But he just drove and took a shot, went in between. I don't know if it went in between Jameson's leg or just under his glove, but you know what? That was just a great shot.
Illegal cross check, could be below the waist. It could be while a man's on the floor. We're going to get a look at it here. There it is on the hip.
That's illegal.
Yep.
That's an illegal one.
Yeah, that's a good call.
I thought he was calling from behind, but that's definitely a little bit low.
That's one thing as offensive guys, having refereed a few games, guys will look at you and say, what? 5-3 for the Adnax. Under 10 minutes to go. They're back on the power play. Chris, another momentum changer here if the Adnax can get one and go up 6-3.
Oh, absolutely. And that, you know what?
No sooner said.
Yeah, and you know what? Just simple ball movement, a nice top pick on the right hand shooter. Pace comes around and puts it in a spot. It wasn't, you know what? It wasn't a pretty play. He just came around the top and placed the ball in an open spot on Jameson.
And this is what these guys were doing last night. We'll have another look. Just a pick, and just caught Jameson going the wrong way and is able to put it top side on the left.
Jersey of the
I think they've called the Adnax goalie on his jersey. So, Chris, what they're going to be looking for here is they want to see if there's any wings coming out underneath his jersey. We call it the bat wing underneath. He'll ask him to lift his arms up. They're going to take a captain from each team into the hallway there just to kind of keep it somewhat private. So should the Arrows be successful in this challenge, it looks like Del Bianco has been assessed a penalty.
Goaltender's got 2 minutes. Illegal equipment.
So there we have from referee Gardonio. 2 minutes illegal equipment. He'll have to go to the room and fix it. So with the Arrows now with a 2-man advantage, 4.5 to go in the second period. Big opportunity here to get a couple and climb back into this. As Chris said, if they don't, Adnax advantage. Here we go. And again, when you look at it, they're extra attackers back at center, so he's really not even in the play. So is this even worth the call? Adnax pick it up. Messenger, he loses the ball. Big save. Bomberry back up top. Back to Bomberry. And there's one.
You know what? That was just a great shot there by Bomberry. Great ball movement by Six Nations.
Well, that's the first goal that the Arrows have scored in this period.
8:39.
Del Bianco's just been stellar between the pipes. We get another look here, Chris. Like you said, just a beautiful shot from up top there. Fake from down low and just a rifle by Bomberry.
He just guessed the wrong way on that one.
Adnax on the near side, working it around. Ripka sets a pick. Ripka gets the ball. He has McIntyre. A loose ball there. Arrows on a 3-on-2. Big stop there by Ripka. Just gets a stick in the way. And off the bench. Big save by Jameson. But we've got a check from behind call. This is going to be big, Chris. This is going to be a 4-minute one.
4-minute penalty with 29 seconds to go here in the second period. I'm sure they're going to try and just kind of maybe take this one out a little bit.
So we're gonna take another look here at the last Six Nations goal here. This is the actually it wasn't the last one, but Lee with the dive again. Chris, just a highlight reel goal.
That was another shot off the post. I think that's 3 or 4 posts that Coquitlam's hit already.
That's the goalie's best friend, is the post. Pace. Up top. Quick shot, saved by Jameson. Arrows up top. Just about down low. That was Lee. He missed. Johnson up top. Big save by Delbianco. Picked up by Bomberry. And a score. On the power play. Just what the doctor ordered for the Arrows.
You know what? Just simple ball movement by the Six Nations Arrows. A lot of them were cut in the middle and getting decent opportunities. A missed shot.
21 from 16.
Brandon Bomberry picks the ball up in the slot, uncontested, drives the net, and puts it into the top corner in behind Delbianco.
This is one of those power. Pajula. Back to Kluche with that one-handed dangle. And there it is. Cole Schaefer, one of the stars from last night's game.
You know what? He can catch and he can shoot, and that
41.
You know what? Watching that goal there, I didn't even see the ball go across. I didn't see him catch it. I didn't see him shoot the ball. So that was done so quickly, and I don't think Jameson got it.
I don't think Jameson saw it either, but a great stick-to-stick, quick stick in behind Jameson. And that's the one thing in between period is talking to some of the fans. They're noticing it as that the Adanac defense is just shutting down, and we have a penalty coming to the Arrows. So we'll see what they've got. They've got a high stick call. Player down on the ground. We're going to get another look at this one, as I know Alex behind the scenes got this one clear. So it looks like the Adanac player on the ground. Arrows player here, we get another look at it. No high stick there yet,
but right here
it comes. There it is.
You know what? That's a legit. They almost could have got a flash on there. So
they still do have a timeout. They did use one in the second period. Each team allotted 2 timeouts in a game, 1 per period. Nifty goal by Lee. Wow.
Yeah, that was a real nice goal there by Lee. Obviously, Gerson in the corner there got that loose ball. Threw a nice pass out to Lee, who was naked in front of that. He threw a nice nifty behind the back shot in behind Delbianco. And you know that's something Coquitlam doesn't usually do. They don't usually allow guys that are wide open in front of the net.
I think it was a broken play here. Adanac thought they were going to get the ball. There's Lee left alone in front. The pass in front, just a shovel behind the back pass. A veteran play there. Beautiful goal, like he's done it 100 times before with confidence. Approaching the 2-minute mark, Miracle up top. Stats. Pass wide, picked up by Bomberry. Bomberry's got Lee. Bomberry around the top. There's the equalizer. Bomberry. Nice pick by Lee up top. Chris, he gets around. Clear lane going down the middle. Delbianco didn't have a chance.
Yeah, you know what? Very similar to the last goal he got. That was a little bit more inside, but you know what?
21-39. They didn't miss the middle pass, though.
That shot definitely was a great shot, and again, I think Delbianco caught him guessing. You know, he came in, kind of twisting his body a little bit and put it in the far side, and I think Delbianco thought he was going to go short side on that shot.
So here we are. We're entering overtime. It is not sudden death. We're going to play a full 10-minute frame. If the period is tied after 10 minutes, we're going to take a 10-minute break, go to a 20-minute overtime frame after that.
Will that be sudden victory?
That will be. So the first frame here, we could see some goals. Will not be sudden death. Pace with the ball for the Adanacs. Shot saved by Jameson. Arrows back up top. Down low. There's a penalty. So that's a no-brainer for referee Gardonio here. And the Arrows going to the power play in the overtime period. Again, like we said, not sudden death. So even if they score,
bad body positioning. He tried to cover that up a little bit by taking a penalty.
That was a desperation move there by the Adanac defender. If I've ever seen one, he knew he was beat. Just trying to grab on for dear life there and bring the player down. Arrows. Stats with the ball. He's blocked. That could have been off the post. Arrows making some changes. Going to try and tire out this defense. We're back to 5-on-5. Johnson. Down in near side. Thurston. His first of the game. Gives the Arrows their first lead of the game.
You know what? You give Durston time and space to shoot that ball, and that's exactly what he does. And he just got wide open in the slot there. And it was a real nice pass there by Johnson to give it to Durston, and Durston just rips one in between the legs of Del Bianco.
39.
This game, and you know what? I'm pretty sure Paul Dawson, the assistant coach, the D coach over there, is definitely taking charge in the back end there a little bit.
But the Adanac defense, no slouch there as they fold in. Lee for the Arrows. Another behind the back goal. I don't think he scored from the forehand tonight. I think it's all behind the back, but we're going to get another look here.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? That's definitely just a battle that Coquitlam didn't win, and it's very unusual that Coquitlam doesn't win those battles. And you know what? Lee just picked up the ball amongst that scrum and drove to the net and threw a nice behind the back shot in behind Del Bianco.
Adanacs needing one here to draw within one. They're down by 2. Under a minute to go. Pace. He takes a shot. Handcuffs Jameson. It hit a player in front, Chris. I'm not sure if it was a defender or an Adanac player, but regardless, it changed direction and fooled Jameson.
Yeah, absolutely. And that was a shot that Schaefer, I'm not sure if he wanted to take that, but
14-17.
he just obviously he locked and loaded and took that shot and went off somebody in the front. We'll see it in the
It looked like he was going to pass, and he just turned and faked, and it hit the defender and kind of did a 17 seconds to go. Do the Adanacs have one more in there? Pace. He's got Campbell looking for Kluche. Far side. Big save there by Jameson. That'll be the difference. Here we're seeing some pushing and shoving as the buzzer runs out. Looking for cooler heads to prevail, which they will. And there we have it, folks. Game 2 goes to the Six Nations Arrows by a score of 9-8 in overtime. These two teams will meet again on Tuesday night for Game 3. The series now tied at 1 apiece.
You know what? That was just a great battle, great game back and forth, and you know what? Six Nations never gave up. They could have folded up their tents and kind of left the building, but you know what? They just keep battling back, and they made a good game of this.
Goaltender Doug Jameson.
Jameson with the nod in net for the Arrows. Player of the game. Player of the game awards courtesy of Under Armour tonight. It was thanks to Under Armour for their generous contributions to the 2015 Minto Cup. We're just waiting on the Adanacs Player of the game. Well, we called that one right. Del Bianco for sure in net. Jameson as well. Both well-deserved. Both goaltenders made some stellar stops tonight, some timely saves, and definitely both kept their teams in it. This game could have been 18-17, 16-15, but thanks to the goaltenders, we're a second game under 10. My name is Wayne Paddock. For Chris Driscoll from the ILA, thanks for joining us. We'll see you tomorrow night.